Yeah. So today we'll discuss the relation between f and chi-square. So previous class we have discussed the relation between t and f. So in this class we'll discuss the relationship between f and chi-square distribution. F and chi-square distribution. F and chi-square distribution. Okay. So write down this statement. So in f distribution with n1 comma n2 degrees of freedom, so parameters I am considering is n1 and n2 in f distribution. In f distribution with n1 and n2 degrees of freedom, if we take n2 tends to infinity, if we take n2 tends to infinity, then chi-square equal to n1 into f, chi-square equal to n1 into f follows chi-square distribution, with 1 degree of freedom, Okay, so what is the statement? So in f distribution, I will consider with parameters n1 comma n2. In that we will consider n2 tends to infinity. This is the first condition, and then chi-square equal to n1 into f. If I take, that means f equal to chi-square by n1. Then it follows chi-square distribution with 1 degree of freedom. Chi-square distribution with 1 degree of freedom. Okay, so that means I will take f distribution density function. In that I will take n2 tends to infinity, and this condition also chi-square equal to n1 into f, and I will show that you will get chi-square distribution density function with 1 degree of freedom. Okay, so write down the proof. We know that the probability density function of f distribution. The probability density function of f distribution is given by next line, f of f equal to, all of you know the density function. What is that? N1 by n2 whole power n1 by 2 into f power n1 by 2 minus 1 by beta distribution with parameters n1 by 2 comma n2 by 2 into 1 plus n1 by n2 into f whole power n1 plus n2 by 2. What is the limits of f distribution? 0 is less than, f is less than infinity. 0 is less than, f is less than infinity. So in that what I will do, I will take the condition n2 tends to infinity and this relation also, and I will show that this density function turns to chi-square distribution density function with 1 degree of freedom. So before that, n2 tends to infinity means I will separate the n1 terms. Before that, this is the beta mn formula, all of you know, beta m comma n formula, all of you know, gamma m into gamma n by gamma m plus n. So that formula I will apply here, so that I can separate the n1 terms and n2 terms. Okay, so right now next line, we know that beta m comma n equal to, what is the formula for beta m comma n? Gamma m into gamma n by gamma m plus n. This is the formula. Gamma m into gamma n by gamma m plus n. This formula I will apply here, because in place of m what we have n1 by 2, in place of n what we have n2 by 2. So I can write in place of m n1 by 2, in place of n n2 by 2. Okay, so then what you will get? Then next line, f of f equal to, I will separate these terms also. A by b whole power m can be written as a power m by b power m. So this I will write as n1 whole power n1 by 2 divided by n2 whole power n1 by 2. Because I have to separate the n1 terms and n2 terms, because n2 tends to infinity I have to do. So next, f power n1 by 2 minus 1. This term is as it is. Now I will apply the formula here. This is the formula. In place of m you have n1 by 2, in place of n you have n2 by 2. This is there in the denominator actually. So it will reverse. Reverse means what you will get, numerator term is what you will get, m means what is that, n1 by 2 plus n2 by 2 divided by gamma m into gamma n. That means what is this one? Gamma n1 by 2 into gamma n2 by 2. Now this term is completed, this term is completed, this one is completed. Last term I will kept as it is. What is that one? 1 plus n1 by n2 into f whole power n1 plus n2 by 2. 0 is less than, f is less than infinity. 0 is less than, f is less than infinity. 0 is less than, f is less than infinity. Now I will separate the n1 terms because n2 tends to infinity I have to do. So first I will write the n1 terms so that n1 whole power n1 by 2. n2 is not there, so you can consider this the constant. Here also n2 is not there. So f power n1 by 2 minus 1. Okay, so here n2 is there, so you have to take this term. So here n2 is not there, n1 by 2, gamma n1 by 2. That term also I will consider here only. N1 by 2. N1 by 2. The remaining terms n2 is there. The remaining terms I will write now. What are the remaining terms you have? This one is completed, this one is completed. So numerator will be gamma n1 plus n2 by 2. I can take LCM, so you get gamma n1 plus n2 by 2. Okay, so divided by this term is there, denominator. I can write this term here, n2 whole power n1 by 2. I will write here, and then this one is already completed. So this term n2 is there, so n2 by 2, n2 by 2, and then the last term. What is the last term? 1 by 1 plus n1 by n2 into f whole power n1 plus n2 by 2. Still I have not applied any condition. I have separated the n1 terms, I have separated the n2 terms. Now I can consider n2 tends to infinity. So I will keep this one as it is. So I will tell you some formulas, and then I will come to this equation again. Okay, so write down next time. After this you can write down. In the limit as n tends to infinity. So in the limit as n2 tends to infinity. Now I want to use the condition n2 tends to infinity. So wherever n2 is there, so this is one term and this is one term. So I have to apply limit n2 tends to infinity this term as well as this term. So before that I will use I have some formulas I will apply. So write down in the limit as n2 tends to infinity, we have the first formula is limit n2 tends to infinity. Limit n2 tends to infinity. Gamma n1 plus n2 by 2, gamma n1 plus n2 by 2 divided by gamma n2 by 2, gamma n2 by 2 under this one. Limit n2 tends to infinity, this term divided by this term is nothing but n2 by 2 whole power. This is nothing but n2 by 2 whole power n1 by 2. This is the formula. n2 by 2 whole power n1 by 2. n2 by 2 whole power n1 by 2. n1 by 2. So if I apply the formula here, so I can simplify this term now. I can simplify this term. Later on I will substitute that term. So now you know the limit n2 tends to infinity, you know this formula. So what is the formula? You are getting n2 by 2 whole power n1 by 2. Then what is this term becomes? Just I will write that term so that you can understood better. So what is that term? This term I will write now. So what is the term? Gamma. Just I am writing the term n1 plus n2 by 2, n1 plus n2 by 2 divided by n2 whole power n1 by 2 into gamma n2 by 2. Gamma n2 by 2. I am writing the total term. If I apply limit here, what you are getting? You are getting n2 by 2 whole power n1 by 2. In the denominator, what is there? This term is not. This term is there. So just I can write that term as it is. So n2 whole power n1 by 2. This term is as it is. Limit of this value divided by this value gives n2 by 2 whole power n1 by 2. So I am simplifying this entire term now. So what you will get? N2 by 2 whole power n1 by 2, n2 whole power n1 by 2. Now see, this a by b whole power m means a power m by b power m. So what you will get? This implies n2 whole power n1 by 2 divided by this 2 power n1 by 2 into n2 whole power n1 by 2. So what are the terms that will be cancelled? n2 whole power n1 by 2 will cancel. So that means what is the simplification term you are getting? 1 by 2 to the power of n1 by 2. And this total term value, what you are getting? This total term value you are getting 1 by 2 to the power of n by 2. This I will assume as equation number 1. This I will assume as, otherwise if you assume this is equation number 1, assume this is equation number 2. Equation number 2. Later on I will substitute those equations here. Okay. Now another formula I will apply. Right on. And also, just I will rub this one. I will write here. And also, now this term is completed. So limit n2 tends to infinity should be applied to this term also. So what is the term? Just I will write the term first. So what is that limit? I will apply the term limit n2 tends to infinity. Just I will cancel this term. Later on I will substitute here. So 1 plus n1 by n2 f whole power n1 plus n2 by 2. n1 plus n2 by 2. Next I am considering that term. Just I am simplifying that term. Okay. So here only I will do. So this term can be written as, so I will separate the n1 terms and I will separate the n2 terms, so that what you will get limit n2 tends to infinity, n2 tends to infinity 1 plus n1 by n2 into f whole power. This I will write here n1 by 2 into limit this one a power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n. So this is n1 by 2 and remaining term also n2 by 2 you will get. So that means limit n2 tends to infinity 1 plus n1 by n2 into capital F whole power n2 by 2. n2 by 2. These are the formulas. This value will get 1 into the remaining value you will get e power n1 f by 2. E power n1 f by 2. And this total value is nothing but 1 into this value. That means what is the value you will get? E power n1 f by 2. E power n1 f by 2. This is equation number 3. This is equation number 3. And this total value is nothing but, this total term value is nothing but e power n1 into f by 2. Now I will substitute 2 and 3 in equation 1. Equation 2 and equation 3 in equation 1. So right. Next slide. Substitute 2 and 3 in equation 1. Substitute 2 and 3 in equation 1. Then we will get, substitute 2 and 3 in equation 1. Then we get, this term will be as is f of f equal to n1 whole power n1 by 2 into f power n1 by 2 minus 1 divided by gamma n1 by 2. Now this term value, all of you know, what is this term value? You are getting 1 by 2 to the power of n1 by 2 into 1 by this term value. What you are getting? This term value is equation number 3 e power n1 f by 2. E power n1 f by 2. Still, this is the density function in terms of f only. I have not converted. I have used only one condition, n2 tends to infinity. Okay. Now I will use the second condition so that this entire density function converts in terms of chi-square. So if you observe the statement, I have given the statement. I have given the statement chi-square equal to n1 into f. This relation I have given that chi-square equal to n1 into f. So from this, if you observe, you can identify the f value. So what is the f value from this one? F equal to chi-square. Otherwise, simply n1 f equal to chi-square you can write. So chi-square equal to n1 f, I think, relation. So f equal to what is the relation you are getting? F equal to chi-square by n1. Chi-square by n1. F equal to chi-square by n1. That means if you want to write df, what you will get? Differentiate of f is nothing but differentiation of chi-square by n1. So df value is nothing but differentiation of chi-square by n1. So now I will convert these f distribution into chi-square distribution now, because I want to use this second condition. From this second condition, in place of f you can write chi-square by n1. In place of n1 into f you can write chi-square. If you are differentiating in place of df, you can write d chi-square by n1. D chi-square by n1. Okay. So write down. Therefore, the probability density function. Therefore, the probability density function of chi-square equal to n1 into f. The probability density function of chi-square equal to n1 into f becomes now d chi square. I will write d chi square. Now it will convert into chi square distribution. D chi square equal to first I will write the terms as it is. What is that? N1 whole power N1 by 2 as it is. This is nothing but f. F is nothing but what is the f value? Chi square by N1. So f value is nothing but chi square by N1 whole power N1 by 2 minus 1. N1 by 2 minus 1. This one is completed. This one is completed. Okay. And then into 1 by 2 to the power of N1 by 2 as it is. 1 by 2 to the power of N1 by 2 as it is. This into 1 by, this is N1 into F. N1 into F is nothing but chi square. So that means e power chi square by 2. E power chi square by 2. Now differentiation you are applying. So that means df means what is that? D chi square by N1. D chi square by N1. In the denominator, what is the term you have? Denominator only you have gamma N1 by 2. That I will write here. So denominator you have only gamma N1 by 2. Denominator you have gamma N1 by 2. This is the simplification now. You can easily simplify. So this is nothing but N1 whole power N1 by 2. This can be written as chi square whole power N1 by 2 minus 1 divided by N1 power this one. That means what is that? N1 power N1 by 2, N1 power N1 by 2 into N1 power minus 1. A power M minus N can be written as A power M into A power N. A power M into A power N. Into 1 by 2 to the power of N1 by 2 into, you can, 1 by X can be written as X power minus 1. That is E power minus chi square by 2. Into 1 by N1 is a constant. So 1 by N1 into D chi square. Now limits of chi square, all of you know, 0 is less than, chi square is less than infinity. Okay. Now what are the terms that will be cancelled? N power 1 by 2, N power N1 by 2. Cancel. This is N power minus 1, this is N power 1, this is N power 1. So N power 1, N power minus 1 get cancelled. So finally what you are getting? D chi square equal to, what is that chi square? Otherwise simply you can write 1 by 2 to the power of N1 by 2 into gamma N1 by 2, gamma N1 by 2 into e power minus chi square by 2 into chi square whole power N1 by 2 minus 1 d chi square. 0 is less than, chi square is less than 1. Now this is nothing but, what is this one? So this is the probability density function of chi square distribution with N1 degrees of freedom. See this one. This one is the probability density function of chi square distribution. What is the probability density function of chi square distribution? I have told 1 by 2 to the power of N by 2, gamma N by 2, e power minus chi square by 2, chi square whole power N by 2 minus 1. That then chi square follows with N degrees of freedom. Now in place of N, what we have? N1. In place of N, you have N1. So this is the probability density function of chi square distribution with N degrees of freedom. So therefore, which is the probability density function of chi square distribution with 1 degree of freedom, with N1 degrees of freedom. With N1 degrees of freedom. With N1. In the statement also N1, I think N1. If I told 1, just change it as N1. Okay. So what is the statement you have taken? Just I'm explaining the statement. What is the statement you have taken? In F distribution with N1, N2 degrees of freedom, if we take N2 tends to infinity and N1 F equal to chi square, then it follows, then N1 and F equal to chi square follows chi square distribution with N1 degrees of freedom. So that is the reason I have considered F distribution density function. In that I have first calculated N2 tends to infinity. After that I have applied N1 F equal to chi square. Then what you are getting chi square density function with N1 degrees of freedom. So what is the statement? In F distribution with N1 and 2 degrees of freedom, if we take or if we let N2 tends to infinity and chi square equal to, then chi square equal to N1 into F follows chi square distribution with N1 degrees of freedom. I hope it is clear now. These relations are very important, chi square T and chi square F.